Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in a new league rotation and we're going to be trying out the Master Premier League. So let's see what team we're going to be trying here. We got the Magnezone paired with the Goodra and the Gyarados. So they switch out into their own Dragonite. We're going to go for this mirror shot here. Oh, they called it bait and we don't get the debuff unfortunately. So we're going to have to stay in here and we're going to shield once. They do go for the Draco Meteor, so that was a great shield by us. And let's see what they're going to bring back in. They still have the Goodra in the back, so this is going to be tough to take down with their own Goodra. They realize that they could possibly farm us down. We're going to go for this Aquatil again, so at least we get some chip damage. We faint on the last Aquatil, unfortunately. We know there's Gyarados, and now we have this Goodra to deal with. We're going to fire off this mirror shot here, possibly getting a shield, no shield, and we're going to have to let this go because we need this last shield. So we take that move, we're going to go into our Gyarados here. They are going to be able to get to another move. It's going to be Thunder Punch, we got to shield it, and yeah, unfortunately, the Gyarados with two shields is going to be too much to deal with. That Dragonite ended up being kind of a big problem, especially we didn't really have a counter to the Dragonite switching. We did end up having our Goodra farmed down by their own Goodra though, so that was also a little bit unfortunate. It was still a decent team. I mean, two shields is still hard to beat, but we'll see if we can recover from that. All right, we got the Magnezone versus the Hydreigon. Okay, this is interesting pick here. Both of us are staying in for now, and even though this Hydreigon is running Dragon Breath, it's still doing a decent amount of damage towards us. We're going to fire off this mirror shot, trying to get a debuff. We do chip away at the health. We're going to fire off another mirror shot right here. It gets them also into the red, and we do get the debuff, so we're going to come back in here. Oh, they swap out and go into their Metagross. We have the Waterfall Gyarados to match them. They go for the Mirror Mash. Resist the move, but it still did a good chunk. We're going to go for the Crunch, and we do get the Crunch to go through, and we get the farm down. So now we see, oh wow, Magnezone in the back. So they had double Steel types in the back. We're going to get a shield at least. And now we have the Goodra onto the Magnezone. This Magnezone is going to be firing up a ton of mirror shots. Let's see how lucky we get with the debuff situation. Mirror shot goes through. We avoid the debuff, thankfully. We're going to fire up this Aquatil here. Does grab the last shield. Eventually we'll use the shield, but we don't need to use the shield in this one. There's the debuff. Now they're going to switch into the Hydreigon. We know that they have a ton of energy, unfortunately. In fact, we're going to have to double shield here, farm down, and hope that we can get to two Aquatils. First Aquatil here goes through. It doesn't KO, and we're trying to reach another one. Unfortunately, unable to get to it. They go for the Wild Charge, and it is enough to take us out. So GG, Stroke on it. Well played by them. Honestly, the Magnezone was MVP for them. But for us, we were unable to avoid that third mirror shot. Otherwise, that Aquatil plus the Dragon Breath probably would have been enough to take him out. All right. Goldingo. Wow, I haven't seen this in Master Premier. Let's go for the shield here. They switch out into their Chestnut. Okay. Chestnut here is going to have to throw resistant moves first. If they're running superpower, they won't throw it until maybe now. No, they go for the Frenzy Plant again. So we're going to fire off our Aquatils here to chip away. Oh, a little lag, but we are going to be able to get to another Aquatil here. Gets them into the low red. We're going to let this one go. Ends up being the Frenzy Plant. We can resist that, and then we're going to switch on to the Magnezone with a ton of energy. Going for the Mirror Shot bait. Wow, they called the bait. So we're going to be able to get at least a shield here. Okay, they let that go as well. Now we see the Primarina in the back. This is interesting. So they're saving two shields, Primarina. There's the shield finally. Now we have our own Gyarados versus their Primarina. Look at the difference right now. Our waterfalls are chunking away. Meanwhile, their own waterfalls, not dealing a ton. I mean, they're still chunking away, but we are still dealing way more damage. So we're going to be able to get this Aqua Tail to go off. It does grab the shield. We're going to switch out here. They switch out as well. We are able to farm down that Chestnut. And now we have the Primarina onto our Gyarados. They go for the disarming voice. Unable to take us out though. So GG's to our opponent. Able to win that game barely with our own Gyarados. Basically able to tank those waterfalls much, much better than that Primarina. Luckily, the Chestnut did go down and wasn't able to farm our Goodra, otherwise would have been a bad situation. All right, fantastic lead. They switch out into the Ursaluna here. We're going to go into the Goodra because for the most part, we can resist all the moves or neutral. I think, actually there's the ice punch. Yeah, there's the ice punch. I was thinking traditionally like Earthquake and Swift and Thunder Punch, but yeah, Ice Punch didn't get revealed. We had to tank one anyways. Oh, wow. They are able to get to another move. We're going to have to shield here just to maintain alignment. So let's see if we can... Oh, they actually shield as well. Wow, they're farming us down. That is actually kind of crazy. All right, here we have to deal with a Shadow Rhyperior. So we're going to fire this Mirror Shot, ship away. We don't get the debuff. And now we're in this situation again. Primarina versus the Gyarados. We have a little bit of energy advantage. We're going to fire off this Crunch here. It does get the debuff, and that's going to be really, really important. They go for the Disarming Voice. We can survive that. We're trying to switch out, but we're unable to switch out. We're going to go for another Crunch here. This should take it out because it is debuffed. Okay, thankfully it does take them out. And now these waterfalls are chunking away at this Rhyperior, forcing them to use some energy. Breaking Swag does get used, and now it's a race to the move. We are able to get to the Mirror Shot. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with a combination of the Magnezone and the Gyarados. Ooh, close. All right, let's see if we can end up on a good note here. The Magnezone, kind of a polarizing pick right now. Okay, we got the Metagross to deal with. Both of us are staying in. You can see they're farming up a good amount of energy as well. We're going to shield here. We're eventually going to have to shield once. We're going to build up, fire up this Wild Charge. Let's see what they do here. Okay, there's the shield. We're going to farm a little bit more. Fire off our own Wild Charge again. It does go through huge damage, getting on into the red. So we're going to shield here and look for the farm down. We do get that farm down, thankfully. And they come in with their Dragonite. So we're going to fire off this Wild Charge. This is going to get some good damage, or that shield. So even shields now. That's exactly what we wanted. We go into the Goodra, forcing them to use some energy. This Dragon Claw will not KO, but it will allow us to farm them a little bit extra. Fire off this Thunder Punch. It chips away, gets them into the red at least, and now we have a decision. Now we're going to go to the Gyarados. What do we think is in the back at this point? Is it another dragon, or what do we think? Okay, they're staying in, interesting enough. They're going to fire off a move. Oh, Earthquake gets revealed, and it doesn't take us out, so we're going to switch into our Magnezone, and there's the Gyarados in the back. Unfortunately for them, we have the Magnezone Wild Charge. Boom! Down goes the Gyarados. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.